YingqiZHOU. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to demonstrate my comprehension of two marketing strategies I have selected. In this presentation, my aim is to discuss the selected marketing concept, the Blue Ocean strategy, and new product development strategy. I will start my presentation of each strategy with a short definition and then move to an in-depth analysis. I will also be using some practical examples to explain these two concepts. My presentation will be ended with a conclusion where I will sum up the main point. Let's start off by doing a definition of the main terms, strategy and marketing concept. The notion of strategy is one that has been used for a long period of time. The word analysis from ancient Greek was strategos, was used in the context of the development of military forces. Using the same line of thinking, Fanny noticed that in business, leaders would think of strategy in the same manner Sun Tzu used in the art of war. Now let's come to marketing strategies, whose aim is to boost sales and lead to a sustainable competitive advantages. Now that we have a basic idea of marketing strategy is, let's move on and look at the Blue Ocean strategies, otherwise referred to in short as BOS. This is a marketing theory which is the brainchild of Kane and Renee. Was founded on the study of 115 strategies moves juggling over 30 industries and spanning over 115 years. At the center of this strategy is the pursuit of low cost and differentiation. It doesn't aim to beat the competition within a particular industry, but to create a new marketplace, and in the process rendering the competition irrelevant. This is a method that offers methods and process that not only systematic but also reproducible in pursuit of innovation. Whether you're thinking in terms of new or existing products, the framework tools used in BOS are designed with the aim of ensuring that they are visual so that they do not only build the ingredient wisdom of firm but also ensure that it is effectively executed through easy communication. The primary aim of Blue Ocean way of thinking is that usual company would find itself competing unconsciously within a marketplace that is crowded, which we refer to as red ocean, as opposed to it doing business within an uncontested marketplace, which we would refer to as blue ocean. There are a number of differences between blue and red ocean, which I will now present to you on the slide. A classic example of blue ocean strategy is the way Canon creates the personal desktop copier industry. Traditionally, companies' marketing copy machine target purchasing manager whose requirement was large, fast, and durable machine that requires a little maintenance as possible. Canon defined this traditional thinking by starting to target user as opposed to corporate purchaser. By introducing small, easy-to-use desktop copiers and printers, the company created a new market. What we can see from the Canon cases is that through focusing a purist ignored market, new value can be unlocked by companies where they can create a market space where they are uncontested. The second strategy I'm looking at is the new product development, which involves the process of introducing a new product to the market. It is a strategy that could be deployed to introduce a new item to compete with a particular product, or it could be used to introduce improvement to a product which already exists. As marketing practitioners, we need to heed the advice of Fanny, who knows that customers are always in constant search for two things, but the best exchange value and the best quality of the product. Based on this, I can argue that new products are the lifeblood of any business. If a company does not pay attention to new products, it would soon folded or be taken over by another company. The main question is that any firm should always be asked itself, what is it doing in order to improve? I have identified a few steps that firms need to consider when they craft their business marketing planning process. These include the generation of ideas, screening, testing the product concept, business analysis, and development of prototypes, testing marketing, and the evaluation of results. One of the companies which shows a good example of concept of new product development strategy is Coca-Cola. The development of a new product should be seen as an effort that involves a whole team. It goes through a number of stages until the product is ready for distribution to the customers. An example of a new product which was introduced is the Coca-Cola Plus Coffee No Sugar. This new product ensures that the customers enjoy the traditional taste of Coke combined with that of coffee with carefully managed undertones of caramel. The Australian spokeswoman, Lisa, noticed that this was done from consciously that Australians love their coffee and an aim to give them more what they want. This was a clever strategy considering that Coke Ginger was a great success in Australian market. Hence, the launch of the new Coke Plus Coffee followed a similar road to the market. I hope that at this moment, you all have a better comprehension of two marketing strategies which I have dealt with and the real-life example that help to explain them. Both Blue Ocean strategy and new product development strategy play an important role in marketing strategies. Most of the times, organizations employ the Blue Ocean strategy for a few products for the development of new products. Normally, these strategies are linked together. When there are many approaches to marketing strategy, the marketer needs to understand which marketing strategy should be adopted. However, it doesn't matter which strategy one is going to adopt. Such strategy will always be more effective if company consider the customer as the door to an ambition with how to beat the competitor. I have arrived at the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.